In the cold light of early spring, a pair of horned grebes returns to their northern marsh. The journey from egg to survivor is about to begin.
Having claimed their breeding ground, the horned grebes begin the rituals that will lead to new life on these shallow waters. The pair stays close, strengthening their bond as the marsh awakens around them. Early signs of courtship appear as they begin to exchange gifts from the underwater world.
The courtship rituals of the horned grebe begin in earnest, a dance as old as the marsh itself.
With elegant precision, these horned grebes strengthen their pair bond through movement and ritual. The horned grebes intensify their courtship with energetic displays, racing against the short northern spring. Construction begins. The horned grebes work tirelessly, gathering plants to build their floating nest.
The nest grows stronger with every passing day, a delicate raft that will soon hold new life.
After their elaborate courtship, the moment of mating arrives. In this quiet corner of the marsh, new life begins for the horned grebes.
With the nest complete, the moment arrives. The female horned grebe prepares to lay the first precious egg.
The first egg is laid. For the horned grebe, the long journey from egg to survivor has truly begun.
Eggs arrive every couple of days. The female lays with care, while her mate stands guard against the marsh's many dangers.
The clutch grows. 3 precious eggs now lie in the floating cradle, each one holding the promise of new life.
The final eggs are laid in quick succession. The horned grebe's clutch is now complete, 4 fragile hopes resting on the water.
While one parent keeps the eggs warm, life teems below. A school of fish grazes peacefully on the rich showler, part of the same underwater world that will soon feed the growing chicks.
Day and night, the parents share the duty, carefully turning the eggs to ensure.
Through constant care and reinforcement, the horned grebes protect their future against the shifting marsh waters.
The floating nest faces its first real tests as the marsh waters stir, yet the parents remain unwavering. Week after week, the devoted parents maintain the perfect temperature, never leaving the eggs unprotected for long. The patient vigil continues. The horned grebe keeps its eggs warm and safe, rarely leaving them exposed, even for a moment. But danger never sleeps. A crow raids the nest. One precious egg is lost to the predator. Inside these fragile eggs, new life is developing. Protected by the parents' constant warmth, the next generation of horned grebes is quietly preparing to emerge. Despite the loss, the parents refuse to give up. They continue their tireless vigil over the remaining eggs.
The long incubation continues under heightened watch. Every moment now brings the chicks closer to hatching. In the rich waters surrounding the nest, even large fish like the mirror carp glide through the underwater garden, part of the thriving ecosystem that supports the horned grebe family.
Hour after hour, day after day, the horned grebe sits patiently on its eggs, sharing the duty with its mate to keep them perfectly warm. In this magical underwater garden of Shaula, Shiva and Shapla, the horned grebe finds the energy needed to protect its precious clutch.
Between hunting trips on the surface, the parents continue their tireless shifts, turning and protecting the remaining eggs. Even through the long northern nights, one parent remains on duty, protecting the developing chicks from cold and danger. Every effort is made to keep the nest secure and the eggs warm as the critical hatching days draw near. The devoted parents maintain their rhythm, never leaving the clutch exposed for more than a few moments. With only days remaining until hatching, every movement inside the eggs heightens the parents' vigilance. The final days of incubation are filled with restless energy. The parents sense the chicks are ready to emerge. Even in the persistent rain, the horned grebe never wavers. It continues its patient vigil, keeping the eggs warm and dry beneath its body. Both parents share the burden equally, changing shifts smoothly so the eggs never lose their vital warmth. Day 76. After weeks of patient waiting, the first horned grebe chick begins to break free into the world. The chick inside struggles. Slowly, the shell begins to give way under the parents' watchful care. After long weeks of waiting, the shell finally breaks. A tiny horned grebe chick emerges into the light. Exhausted but alive, the first chick has hatched. It will rest under its parents' warmth before it can swim. By day 90, the first chick is drying fast while its sibling begins to emerge. The horned grebe family is growing.
2 chicks have now hatched, tiny, vulnerable, but already part of this floating world. The last egg is close behind.
All 3 chicks have now emerged, tiny, wet and helpless, but alive. The horned grebe family is complete.
By day 100, the first chick takes its maiden ride on its parents' back, a signature behavior of the horned grebe. The parents begin fishing in earnest. The first meal is delivered, a small fish for the hungry chicks.
Both parents hunt tirelessly, bringing a steady supply of fish. The young horned grebes receive their first lessons in feeding.
Day 106. The chicks are strong enough to leave the nest. One by one, they enter the water for the very first time.
Free at last, the young horned grebes play and practice diving, scattering water across the marsh in pure delight.
Day 110. The chicks stay close to their parents, learning to accept food directly from their beaks as they explore the open water.
The young horned grebes grow bolder, making their first attempts at diving and hunting on their own, though they still rely heavily on their parents. Day 114. Even while diving for food, the parents carry their chicks safely on their backs, a hallmark of grebe parenting. Suddenly, danger strikes from above, but the mother horned grebe reacts with perfect instinct, sheltering her chicks safely beneath her wings and body.
The chicks are becoming skilled little hunters. They practice diving and catching their own small prey under their parents' watchful eyes.
Day 118. The young horned grebes are becoming more independent, catching their own small prey with growing confidence.
Day 122. The young horned grebes grow rapidly. Their down is giving way to stronger juvenile feathers as they master the art of hunting.
The juveniles are gaining strength in their wings. Soon they will be ready to fly further and face the world on their own.
Day 126. The young horned grebes are growing fast, their feathers strengthening as they become skilled swimmers and hunters.
But danger is never far. A predator strikes. The parents fight fiercely to protect their young. One chick narrowly escapes. Day 130. The family stays close after the attack. The parents reassure their young and remain extra vigilant as the juveniles continue to grow.
The young horned grebes are recovering quickly. Their wings grow stronger as they prepare for the next stage, independence.
Day 134. The juveniles are transforming rapidly. Their wings grow stronger and their feathers change as they prepare for independence.
They are learning to fly and hunt with growing skill. The young horned grebes are becoming true survivors of the marsh.
Day 138. The young horned grebes have grown strong and self-reliant. They now hunt as a team, needing less and less help from their parents. As they approach 140 days, the young horned grebes are testing their wings and strength, preparing for the day they will leave their parents behind.
Day 142. The young horned grebes are now largely independent. They hunt and travel on their own, though the family still stays loosely connected.
Their wings are now strong enough for longer flights. The young horned grebes are preparing to leave their nursery marsh and face the wider world.
Day 146. The young horned grebes have become strong and self-sufficient. They now live almost entirely on their own skills.
They practice longer flights, building the strength needed for migration. From a fragile egg, these horned grebes have become true survivors.
Day 150. From a single fragile egg laid on a floating nest, these horned grebes have become strong, independent survivors, ready for the challenges of migration and adult life.
Beyond 120 days, the young horned grebes have fully mastered the skills of survival. They are now ready to face the coming migration and the challenges of adulthood.
From a fragile egg on a floating nest to strong, independent birds. This is the remarkable 120-day journey of the horned grebe, a true story of survival in the wild.